Hello to everyone. It's really a pleasure to be in this Electronic Cats live cast today. Um, we're very excited. We're going to announce this new tool, the NFC Copy Cat. I have Guido on our side.
Hey, hi. How are you doing?
So today we're going to talk about a little bit about the details, technical details, and also about some examples we have in the repository. We released this tool on Monday. That's Monday, so it's brand new. It's an open hardware, so it's exciting for the Electronic Arts team. So we're going to start with the goal of the tool, or you want to talk a little bit about something with your time.
Well, just to mention that this is our first live cast on English, so we are really happy to get this new adventure, to get more people to get into the live cast and know our products, and they can well, we want you to feel free to ask us anything on English, Spanish, any language. We can use Google Translator. So please just contact us. We are happy to get your comments, your feedback, and everything. If you have any, I don't know, any new idea you want to work with us, etc., we may help you or we can collaborate. I mean,
Yeah, we got.
so yeah.
Yeah, I was getting some questions about probably the next projects that we're working on. Yeah, we're working on different projects. We're going to announce a little bit probably in the next month, probably some prototypes or something like that we're working on it. But yes, we're working on different projects related not only NFC but another technologies.
Okay,
So
so well, we shall start because we have like 40 minutes of being late because some technical errors, mistakes from Skype and something. So let's get started with the NFC copycat introspection. So first, what it is, or why did we did this? Did we do?
so basically, the goal of this tool is to basically in the payment system environments or industries, we don't have tools. We don't have any open hardware tools, so the researchers can make the labs or design the labs to try to find some kind of vulnerabilities. The idea of this tool is to have a mechanism for the security researchers to spend less time designing labs or environments, because the idea of this tool is that they are going to have everything in just one tool. Let's say, for example, to make replay attacks or to make a downgrade attacks that we're going to explain a little bit more later. Also, another part of this tool is to understand the new technologies. The idea of learning about NFC is not just about payment systems. We are having a lot of different type of technologies in different environments, like in the cars. We're using NFC to open a car, for example, and they implement the same APDU protocol. So we can relate this protocol to another technology as well. And of course, find vulnerabilities. The idea of this tool is basically to make replay attacks using just one device. The device is capable of reading the NFC, but also replay that reading later if the research want to do that. Also, another attack that you can do with this tool is the downgrade attack, which basically what that means is that you can read data from the NFC and use it in the magstripe section, let's say in that way. So it's a very interesting tool. It's very small. It's very powerful.
I want to add that this tool is just an implementation of a microcontroller with the Maxbook part, because we don't have the NFC part embedded here at the board. This board it's planned to be used with some other breakout boards for NFC as they already exist like the NFC from Adafruit of the or the Chinese version of the NFC. We will talk more later about it.
Yeah, I think that's one of the cool things about this tool, that you don't have the limitation of just one type of SPI connector. We, as mentioned that we have two different connectors, one for the Adafruit, and another one is for the, this kind of small PCB NFC technology that you can find in eBay or Amazon or wherever. That it's pretty cheap, so you can use it with this tool also.
So the technical specs. Do you want to add something more, or shall we just jump to the technical specs?
I think you just jump to the technicals.
Okay. So as we usually do, we put a microcontroller from the SAMD family, SAMD21. It's an ARM Cortex M0, which is totally compatible with Arduino IDE. So you can reprogram it with Arduino with our core well, with our core from Arduino. So you can like just select the board NFC Copy Cat, and then you can reprogram it. And it also has memory flash to support Circuit Python. Our boards has all our boards have the ability of being compatible with Circuit Python, but this time this is the first board where we put the memory flash so we can support bigger programs for Circuit Python, and people who doesn't understand as well as an electronic engineer or some embedded engineer, the microcontrollers can get into it without without programming in C. They just program in Python, a kind of Python, circuit Python, and you can like access all to this tool without being punished with with C. Also, we included a battery charger for a LiPo battery or Lion, so you can grab your device, recharge your battery, and then you can like go for any part you want to do pen testings or whatever you want, and being using it without the necessity of a computer. It is compatible with the Adafruit version 3. As I said, the first point is compatible with Arduino and with Switch with Python. It is all open hardware. It has USB device, and it has its own bootloader based on UF2. So you can like only drag a hexadecimal or a binary file, and the device will auto program itself again. So it has a lot of features that we have been working on since like 3 years or two, and it's all embedded here.
I think one of the cool things about this device is that it's an open hardware, so people can add things to the project if they want, or they can modify or doing different stuff with it. So the idea of this device is like to make an evolution of the NFC devices for security researchers or purposes. And I think this is one of the biggest steps that we are making here in Electronic Arts with this device.
Also, the examples are the core device of the tool, because if without that examples and without all the circuit, well, it would be like just a microcontroller. So that's the thing about the being open hardware and open source software. Well, freeware.
For example, without this technology, without the SAMD21, we can use basically the PM532, which is another chip for the NFC technologies. But the idea to use the SAMD is that we can implement it without any computer. So it's very easily to program a function or something with just pressing a button as a trigger, so to run that functionality. So it's very, very, very practical, these type of devices.
Well, that's for the technical specs. Let us know if you have any doubt or if you have any question about the board. So the interface, can you talk about the interface?
Yes, basically we have two sides of the board. We were seeing the back side in our slide. In this slide, we are seeing the front side of the board. On the front side of the board, we have three different buttons and two SPI connectors. The idea to have two different pinouts connectors is that you can plug in any the most seen devices of NFC devices or boards in the market. Which one is the Adafruit NFC board, and then another one is this one, is the small one, red board for Elect House, is another company. Also, the interface in the board is it has three different LEDs, which basically are indicators, or you can use it as guide during the programming, or it can help you to understand what's going on inside the board when you are programming your examples. Also, it has the coil interface, which basically is where you're going to soldering, or is going to be soldering the coil for the MaxPo device, and the battery connector, which is also in this part of the board, and the SWD connector, which basically is you want to upload the firmware if you have any kind of problem with it.
Bootloader or something.
Yep.
Well, also we have another two LEDs in the back. So those LEDs are for the on indicator, the power on indicator, and also the charge down indicator. So you can know when the battery has been already charged, or when you plug the USB and you have like power over the USB, you can see the LED flashing. Well, not flashing, just turning on.
I really like the idea to have two different sides of the board. That on the back side we have, all the microsystem, the microcontrollers, and the front side you have the NOR interface, which basically are the buttons that the user is going to use to program all the samples, for example.
Yeah, it's intended to have the charging part and the interface for the user part. That was exactly the idea. We need to put the stream with the presentation. Yeah, here is.
Cool.
So you can find every schematic from the hardware design and the PCB or the schematics, and also the examples to the code where you can play with it, and you can understand more how to use this board. Salvador can explain us more about the examples, and well, just continue.
Yes, in the example size, we have different examples for the board. Even that we were working in different examples. Some of them are very similar, but the idea to have different examples is to let the users know that the board is no limit to do something. You have the liberty to do different kind of things, like, for example, using MaxPoof only, or use NFC alone, or using NFC with MaxPoof, or using read a MIFARE card using NFC. Even some examples for Adafruit, they are very, very customizable to use it in this board. So the user is not limited to implement just these examples, but we were working different ones. One of the most important ones is that the idea to read cards, which basically in the example is about Visa cards, which is very well known, and also to use the MaxPoof code from for very well known Samicam car researcher. So the idea to have the example is the user is going to have different options to work with it, or to have fun with it, basically.
And all it's just reprogrammable with Arduino. You just select the board. It's not that complicated. So yeah. We are trying to get more flexible hardware, more flexible firmware, and also with Circuit Python, we want developers to get into this technology without being like learning Arduino or something more specific for microcontrollers. They just need like implement Python functions to just do this tool to work.
Yeah, I think the to have examples or very clear examples to use in Arduino is the key for the another people to research about this technology. So it's very easy. It's very easy to try, and you can program it very quickly. And I think that's one of the keys of this board, that the user has no limit, but you can learn very quickly from this type of devices.
Okay, so now the next slide says explaining the read replay spoof example. Here Salvador will explain some important parts of this example, so you can really understand what's going on in the microcontroller.
So yeah, basically the idea
So
of this example, you can find it in the repository on NFC Copy. The example, basically what it does initially we're going to use maxput button to send the data to the card reader, and these tracks they are already saved in the constant value in the code, which basically they are going to, after I press the button, they are going to be constant. But at the time when I press the NFC button, what it's going to do is going to read the card, it's going to extract the data from the card, and it's going to save the track 2 for maxspoof. And after we press again the maxspoof button, instead of using the constant value that we have in the code before, now we're going to use the NFC data that we just extract for the card. That's exactly what it's going to do. And we call this payment system a downgrade attack. Basically extract data from the NFC and apply it to the maxspoof device or to the max type information.
you want me to put the video
Yes, please.
so that you can explain what's going on, please.
Yeah, basically what I'm going to do in the video right now, it's I'm going to press the button from the maxspoof, which is in the top of it. When I press it, basically I'm going to approach to the card reader, and we're going to see in the display this max type data that it's already saved in the microcontroller.
Yeah, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Exactly. And after that, it's another track that it's already saved in the microcontroller. After that, I'm going to press the NFC button on the NFC Copy Cat. And what it's going to do is going to read the card, and it's going to extract the data, in this case, the track 2 from the NFC, and it's going to save it. After I press the maxspoof button, it's going to send the data they just extract from the card, basically making a replay attack, but using max type information. So this
That
type of
information is from a card where a card of only test. It doesn't have found. It doesn't have money.
Yeah, exactly. This card is already expired, so don't try to use it. You're going to be denied after you try. But yeah, the idea is that basically to do it in the easy way, so the researchers have the opportunity to learn and to try different things.
So, well, that's one of 4 or 5 examples. How many were?
I think we have around 6 examples. So some of them, they are very kind of simple, let's say. So one of them is to extract to read the MIFARE block, one of the sectors, using the default keys. Another one is to detect card readers. Another one is to use maxspoof only. Also, another one is to use NFC copy function, which basically is just the NFC technology. And the last one is this one that we are just talking about. And all the information and technical details you can find in the electroniccat.com website relating anything related with the tool.
Okay. Right now, I'm here at electronicats.com in the store part. So right now, we have this device that we are talking about from $69 to $79, where you can get just the tool, just the board, as you can see here, or the board plus the NFC module. So if you don't have any NFC breakout or modules or anything, you can like order both and you will receive both just for $10 more. And well, you can find more information about all the features that it has right here. It was what we were talking about, but also you can find more technical details. We are working now on filling this part of technical details because we have like all the data gathered on GitHub, but we will we will put some information here so you can like go to the link and just um, see for search for the examples on the hardware. You just with your server, and each example it has its own um, folder, and it is an .ino from Arduino, so it is well commented. I think you can like really understand the program. It's really simple and well coded, so you can understand easily and get into it quickly. And also, here is the file for the hardware. So if you are into this, well, if you are into designing electronics, you can search for the schematic, search for the PCB, and you can find anything here. So it's all open source, so you can learn a lot of from this repository, and this is a way to access to that repository. We were talking about the NFC from Adafruit. It looks like this,
Yeah,
like
that's a long one.
the long one. So yeah, that's from our page. Also, we have right now a discount because of all this quarantine thing about the COVID-19. So, no, 90. So you just need to put the coupon en casa, which is like in home. So you can get like 20% off on any product you can buy. So this is a good time to get our products with with some discount and get this new product from our store.
Yes, even if you have any question related to the hardware or the code, I mean, we are open to have a discussion, or to you can give us an email or whatever. We can help you out with anything that is related to the board.
Sure. So I don't know if you want to add something.
I don't think so. I think if we have some question, probably we can answer some questions. Or I got a question in my Twitter. It's a private question. It says we are going to we are going to still keeping our projects open hardware. Basically, that's the question. I don't know. You want to answer
Okay.
that?
Well, we usually at Electronic Art we usually keep all our open project. Well, we usually keep all the projects open, but we use like we have like this Hunter Cat which is not open source, so the makers of these skimmers can like do reverse engineering to this tool. But for example, these kind of tools where you can learn a lot, and so we prefer to keep them open source.
Yes, I think that's the only question I have right now.
I'm searching for the comments on Facebook. John GP, he's from Ecuador. Saludos, John, que estés muy bien. Thank you
Saludos,
for
John.
being here. And I think it's all. I'm kind of for the comments on Facebook. John pixeled, but man,
No, I don't have any questions
just
related to it.
okay. So I think we have finished. Any question, so we can answer any question you have.
Yes, thank you. Thank you to having us.
Thank you, Next team, for being here.
Pleasure. See you around. Bye-bye.
See you.